The success you had in Cleveland, a couple titles managing in the minors, obviously a lot of success developing young players. What do you think is important to the Orioles as they try to do that? And how has it changed maybe in just a few years with all the technology we have now?
Yeah, I think it's really important. I think especially being here and kind of seeing, we have a pretty good mix of veterans and younger guys. You got, your guys like Freddie Galvis and Yolmer Sanchez, some guys that have kind of been there and done that and have a lot of success in the major leagues. And I think with those guys, we are helping them get prepared for a major league season as much as anything, whereas you have some younger guys or maybe guys that, haven't played a position for a while, like Trey Mancini or still a little bit of an inexperienced third baseman, Rio Ruiz, Val, Valleca, then some of our younger minor league prospects, guys that are, definitely still in that stage of their career where they're developing. I think having the experience in Cleveland of being around a lot of young infielders that became impact major league infielders and seeing kind of what their journey looked like in the stage of their development, I certainly think it gives us a little bit of an advantage in understanding what these guys are going through as they develop on their way to the major leagues.
Next, we have a question from Rich Dubroff. Rich, go ahead.
Hey, Tony, one of the guys who you're obviously seeing for the first time is Jordan Westberg, who's had no minor league experience at all because of last season. But he's gotten into several games. What are your impressions of him so far?
He's physical. It's a big kid. Him and Gunnar Henderson, both of them. They're younger guys. Gunner's a little younger than Westy, but they're just physical infielders. And as you watch them, I think when you see a bigger kid, you kind of, you dream on these kids and you want to compare them to the kid in LA, Seager, that type of a middle infielder body. And as you watch these guys right now, you see traits of that. I saw Seager when he was in low A with the Dodgers and Great Lakes for the whole year. And both these guys remind me of that a little bit. Westberg being a college signee, so it's a little bit different for him. But they're just big, physical middle infielders, and it's exciting. I think when they get big, you worry about, movement and agility and things like that, quickness in the infield, and they have it, So, the quickness, the agility, with the physical bodies and abilities to swing the bat, it's a really exciting couple players for us in our organization.
David Laurilla, go ahead.
Hey, Tony, you were just talking about young players in low A. You played with, when you were in rookie ball and A ball, you played with a teenager named Andrew McCutchen.
Yeah.
Well, what do you remember about Andrew outside of the fact that some players like that have more talent than anybody else on the field?
Yeah. I just remember getting drafted and getting there. And, as much as I think when you're a player and you're there to get to the big leagues, I remember seeing Kutch and kind of understanding it's a little bit different for guys like that. But I think what stood out most about him, he was just so mature beyond his years. He might have been 17 when he got there, 17 or 18. He was really young, but he was just so calm. He was cool. He was mature. You never would have thought that this was a kid that just came out of a small town in Florida, high school kid. I mean, he was so polished in so many ways. And I think as we've watched his career play out, and from afar and through the media, he's never kind of got himself in trouble with the media or anything that he said or anything that he's done off the field. He's been a complete professional across the board. And, I think getting that impression when he was 18 years old, I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah, with the caveat that he obviously became a star, are there any players in the Orioles system that you could comp to him in any way?
I'm just learning the system right now. I've been here for whatever, it's been a month, I hope, and I think there's a lot of hope here that we have those types of guys coming in on the way. But we also have to understand that it is a process for some of these guys, and, a month in spring training or getting drafted in the last year or two and not playing any minor league games. It's hard to put that label on those types of guys when they haven't quite done it yet, but we certainly have excitement, that level of excitement for several of our guys.
Steve Molesky with the follow-up. Steve, go ahead.
Tony, as you know, the third base coach gets noticed most often when someone is out at the plate.
Yeah.
And maybe the fans miss the 10 straight great sends you made. But in terms of the aggressiveness level and coaching third, do you get any guidance or input for what Brandon wants, or is that all up to you because you've got to make the decision in the moment?
Yeah, I'm asking a lot of questions. Right now I'm trying to understand, how he wants the game to be run from that spot. And really I'm a extension of Hyder. I need to do my job the way he wants me to do my job. Now, I think what's good is him and I are very much on the same page, as we discuss the situations. I think we come from a very similar school of baseball, and how we think about the game. So we're in a good spot, but ultimately, yeah, I mean, I want his guidance. I want to know what he's thinking, in terms of the situational part of coaching third. And so much of it is predicated on situations. Your tolerance for risk with 0 outs is a lot lower than what it is for 2 outs, obviously. So we need to kind of be on the same page and think, where are we willing to take a risk and where are we not? And at the end of the day, I think as long as we make our decisions, with all those factors in mind, and if they go south or they go bad, I think we can certainly live with that.